The stories that the IBW told all the guys when they signed these cards found out that it wasn't even true. And they promised them everything under the sun, and when it came down to it, they couldn't make good on any of those promises.
I've never had any good experience with IBW, ever. It was never a good experience from day one. So we had all signed union cards, and from there on, it just seemed like everything went downhill fast. It was a terrible mistake. There was never explained anything. It was, I regret every moment of it. It was terrible.
Really look into the fine print, because that's where the IBW catches everybody all the time. There's certain little things that they do that they don't tell you about.
The IBW talks so much about brotherhood, but there's no real brotherhood there. Every man for themselves. It was all about who's going to get the overtime from the other guy, and there's so much backstabbing, and it just, I mean, right from day one, I didn't want to be there.
It was very hard to deal with them, that any questions you ever had to get asked or answered were never ever answered.
They hate when you walk into the halls. They hate when you come in and talk to them. That's the reason why they have a call line to see what kind of calls come into the hall.
I didn't have good experiences. Even when I tried to leave that other union, they then charged me, and I didn't have the freedom to choose my own job. They felt that they owned me, where I know with CLAC that's not how it is. If I wanted to leave CLAC tomorrow, no one would be knocking on my door telling me I had to go to court.
So I decided to go and leave, which is not an easy process either. You can't just quit the union.
They treat you as a number. You're not an employee anymore. They don't want to talk to you. They could care less about you. All they want is your union dues. That's all that they care about.
IBW was right off the hop a terrible experience. They're not a family atmosphere. They're not willing to help you out by any means. They just want your money, and they just want, there's zero job stability whatsoever.
So he stood there and he said, what do you mean you got no work? I remember it as plain as day. He thought he was in there good, and he was, there was no problem. They were going to find him work. But you know what? He was just another number. He was a number to create money for them.
You're just a number to them, and you can be laid off at any time. You struggle every day wondering if it's going to be your last day at work.